In this video, we're going to give our final thoughts on what it was like to ride at Stony Lonesome, and also let you know what we wish we would have knew before going there. As always, please show your support by hitting the subscribe button and clicking the bell icon to turn on notifications. Doug, what is your overall thoughts about riding at Stony Lonesome?
My overall thoughts about the park are good. I think it's a place that you can take your family, which is nice. You can go and just try to get some of the more difficult stuff. And what I really like about it is, it reminds me of anywhere else really that you ride in the mountains, like Tennessee and Arkansas. But here, you don't have to go very far between, little advanced parks like Hagen's Hill, or I think Legends is one of them. So there's several like that, and you don't have to go very far before you're hitting those. So you spend more of your time on those kind of things than just trails running around the mountain. So, and you can do just trails, but you have the choice to do it that way. So I think it's a great place to go for really kind of everything that you're looking for.
Now, what was the one thing that you liked the most about Stony Lonesome?
So my favorite part of the trip would probably be Hagen's Hill. We hit it pretty early on, and that's kind of give you an idea of what to expect through the rest of the time we're going to be riding. And so, I like that it was right up front, and I like that it was a challenge to get up. Unfortunately, that's where I bent my trailing arm. So, but other than that, if I had to pick one that was my favorite, it'd probably be that one.
Now, what is the one thing you wish you knew before going to Stony Lonesome?
Something I wish I knew before we got there, and they tell you these things, but I guess I don't know, I guess I just thought that they kind of had some of these things, but you need to bring everything that you need for the trip, meaning garbage bags, towels, bedding. I mean, they didn't even have, I don't think they had garbage bags to sell at the store. I mean, so if you didn't have them, you didn't have them. So when they tell you those things, definitely pay attention and bring everything that you would need for the trip, or else you're going to be there wishing you'd have brought everything you need for the trip, which they told you to do. So that would be the thing I wish I knew before I got there.
My overall final thoughts are a positive one. And like I said in last week's video, my initial thoughts of the place was that it was pretty rowdy and wouldn't have been family oriented. But once you get there, you see that they have 3 short course tracks that if your little guy has a youth machine, he could go play around on. We didn't hit any easy trails, but they have to be a lot tamer than the advanced ones, and the advanced ones really weren't that difficult in most of the trail. The advanced trails maybe had 1 or 2 difficult spots on the whole trail. So overall, I think you bring a family there, they're going to have a great time, and it's going to be a place you can make some great memories at. Now, one of my most memorable moments of the trip was going up the ledges and not even knowing about it. By that point, we passed up, I think, 4 or 5 extreme trails just because they had some big obstacle that we didn't think we could conquer. And when we got to the legends, we didn't even talk about it. I looked at it, and just went. And that was a pretty cool experience, how the machines get up that. It stinks they didn't get up all the way up at that last part. We both got high centered, but overall, that was a pretty cool experience. Now, I have 2 things for the things we wish we knew. One of them I did know, but it wasn't emphasized as much as it was once we got to the park. And it didn't affect us because, when we go to, more rowdy places like this, we're not going to be drinking on the trails. But alcohol consumption there is emphasized as a no, and posted everywhere. So if you like to load up the ice chest and go drinking on the trail, they even on the second day even checked our ice chest to make sure we didn't have anything in it. And again, it didn't affect us, but it's something I just want to make known, because if it is you, it definitely could ruin your weekend, because they have signs posted everywhere, and they will say they'll kick you out with no refund and with no notice if they catch you drinking while on the premises. So I think it's important. The second thing we didn't know, but I thought it was unique, is that each day you can pay once, but each day you got to check in the morning to get your wristband for that day, and then you have to check out once you are off the trails permanently. Now they don't allow any night riding, so that's something big to think about. But like I say, we finished up at 4 p.m. We had to go back to the office and actually check out with them to let them know we were off the trails. So it's a pretty dangerous place, especially on the extreme trails. I'm assuming that's why they have that in effect. But that's something for you to know if you're looking to go here. At the time that we went, that was their process. All right, Ronnie, what's your overall thoughts about Stony Lonesome?
Overall thoughts, it's a nice park with all types of riding. You don't have to travel very far to have all types. One minute you'll be in mud, one minute you'll have elevation. So overall, it's pretty fun riding. I'd definitely go back.
All right, Ronnie, what was one of your most favorite things about Stony Lonesome?
Coming from a mud background, this is something a little different than I normally do. Why I like it is that it's between the mud being not too far away, and then elevation changes, and then just some really extreme trails. It's still fun. Most everything's doable, and it just turned out to be a fun trip.
All right, Ronnie, what's the one thing you wish you knew before going to Stony Lonesome?
Well, it's a good thing we're in a side-by-side, because I didn't bring a helmet, but if you ride an ATV or a dirt bike, they require you to have a helmet at all times, so probably just bring one to be on the safe side. And two, bring different kinds of footwear, because at 1 minute you're dry, next minute your foot might be a little wet, so probably a good idea to have several different kinds of footwear.
I think he's referring to the mud fiasco that happened where both of our feet got wet, and it made the rest of the evening fairly cold fairly quick. In conclusion, if you decide Stony Lonesome is a place you'd like to go ride, check out the description of this video for links to free GPX files you can download and take the exact same path we took over our 2-day trip. Please show your support by hitting the subscribe button and clicking the bell icon to turn on notifications. If this video has helped you, please smash the like button, and thank you for watching.